Welcome back. 7 Keys to Self-Love and Abundance. My name is Ajay Gupta, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Today, we're going to be talking about the last and final key. In my opinion, this is one of the most important, and it is gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is simply something that you're thankful for, something that you're appreciative for, having thanks. I heard this one quote many, many years ago, and it really stuck with me. And it was, it's impossible to be grateful and fearful at the same time. And so, what does it mean to be grateful? Well, it means to be really thankful for what you have. And ask yourself right now, what are you grateful for? What can you be grateful for? Can you be grateful for your hands? What have your hands done for you? They've allowed you to pick up your drinks. They've allowed you to eat food. They've allowed you to hold your baby, maybe. They've allowed you to write. They've allowed you to drive. Could you be grateful for your eyes? What have your eyes allowed you to do? Your eyes allowed you to see. It allowed you to see the people that you love, to be able to connect, to be able to experience this beautiful life that we have. Could you be grateful for your health? Could you be grateful every single day that you wake up? Because, my friends, there are some people in this world that don't wake up in the morning. So, my friends, when we focus on what we have and not what we don't have, in those moments, the pain, the suffering, the negativity, all of that disappears. But we've been conditioned. We've been trained in the world that we live in to focus on what's missing, to focus on the next best thing, to focus on, what we don't have. And when we are always focusing on what we don't have, it doesn't allow us to be present. It doesn't allow us to appreciate what we have in the moment. So, my friends, one simple activity that my parents got me and my younger sister to start doing when we were 6 or 7 years old was at the end of every single day, no matter what day of the week it was, we would have to write down all the magical moments that happened in that day, all the happy moments, all the moments that made us happy, all the moments that got us excited, all the moments that we were really happy or thankful or appreciative about, the ones we were excited about, all the ones that, got the whole family happy and joyous. And we would write this down every single day at the end of the night. And we would look back at the end of the week and we would train ourselves essentially on focusing on every single beautiful thing that happened throughout the day. Now, my friends, that doesn't mean to say that there are things that happen in the day that piss you off or could annoy you or could frustrate you. Absolutely, we all have those things. But my friends, which one do you want to focus on more? When you focus on what you have, in those moments, all the pain and suffering disappears. So think of gratitude as this. Think of gratitude as a state of being, right? And think of a state like I live in the United States of America. We have 50 states. And if you were, let's say, visiting New York, for example, and you hated it, it was a horrible feeling inside. Maybe the weather was miserable. It was cold. It was raining. It was very depressive, and let's say you were there. What would you do if you were just visiting? Would you travel somewhere else or would you stay and move in New York? Right? Well, if you're traveling, you would move, right? You would maybe stay there for 2, 3 days and then you move to a different state. And then you'll keep moving to a state until you get to home. And home is where you feel comfortable, right? Now, my friends, why and how does home become comfortable? It's because you're there for a long period of time. It becomes, you become really comfortable with your surroundings. You become comfortable with how you're feeling, right? What if your home, for example, was negativity? What if you created a home that was depression or anxiety or fearfulness? And when we're in those states, we feel comfortable, But then when we're out of those states and we're happy and we're joyous, they feel good at times, but then we go back to that home state. So if this is making sense to some of you, and I hope it is, what I'm inviting you to do is to allow and make gratitude your home state and being, where you focus on throughout the day the things that you have, where whatever shows up in front of you, you look at it from a lens of it's a gift and it's an opportunity, as opposed to it's God punishing you or the universe punishing you or something's wrong or something's missing. Does that make sense? And something you could do every single day is in the morning, write down when you wake up or say it out loud, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for waking up. I'm grateful for my eyes. I'm grateful for my hands. I'm grateful for, this blanket in front of me because it's so cold outside. Or I'm grateful for this vacation. I'm so grateful to be alive. And what that does, it puts you in a state of absolute beautiful bliss, joy, harmony. And guess what? When you're operating from that standpoint, whatever shows up, you will be able to appreciate it. And I'm not saying you will always be in that state, but it's a practice that you get to practice. It's a muscle that you get to practice. You can't go once to the gym and be fit for life. Otherwise, we'd all be fit, remember. Gratitude is the same way. You can't just focus on what you have or write this thing down once a week and be in this state the whole week. It's not going to be like that. But my friends, when you practice showing up in gratitude, you practice putting yourself in a state of appreciation, love, and connection, it will reduce the amount of times you're in the negative states, the states that don't cause you, or the states that create a lot of negativity inside. So my friends, write down things you're grateful for, say them out loud, share them with your kids. If you have kids, if people that you love around your house, ask them every single day, what are you grateful for today? What are you thankful for? Practice this muscle of gratitude every single day. Make it your new attitude and way and state of being. And I promise you, when you do, your life will never be the same again. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful journey of self-love and self-care. This was 7 keys, my gift to you. And if you found value in these 7 keys, I would invite you to join me on the next journey so I can help you and help you become a better version of you. Because my friends, when we grow together, when you become a better version of you, compounded every single week, every single month, every single year, you get to enjoy this beautiful life even more. So I look forward to joining you further on these beautiful journeys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do share this gift with other friends, other family members, so they too can enjoy the 7 keys to self-love and abundance. My name is Ajay Gupta. I'm your mindset coach. Live with love and live with gratitude and appreciation. Take care.